During your software development or application development, whenever you need to write a program, you create a class. Either you are writing in Java or C#, doesn't matter, any of the high level languages, but we do it, we directly go with the class. So have you ever given a thought whether can we have any alternative of it where it looks like a class and which is having a less costly terms in terms of memory? Yes, we have one which is called a structure. Yes, structure look like a class and few of the behavior it can be achieved. It's not a 100% alternative of a class, but yes, many of the features you can achieve it through structure also. So today we are going to see other aspects and many aspects about the class and structure, various features of structure and what are the differences between structure and a class. So please watch this video till end so that you will get most benefit out of it. So I am Vivek Kumar and I welcome to my channel Buddhi Towards Wisdom, and do not forget to like and subscribe. So let's begin. So let's see what are the different aspects of a structure and class with myself. So as a structure, it can be defined as like this. So structure is a collection of a heterogeneous data types. Means there can be a integer, float and string, other data types inside a structure. So what it is exactly is, it's a collection of variable of different data types into a single unit, and it is almost look like a class. That's why there is a confusion. So don't worry, the confusion we are going to clear it now with an example. So it is almost like a class because of both are user defined data types and both hold a bunch of different data types. So next we are moving to the class. What is a class? It's again a user defined blueprint or a prototype from which objects are created. So when we see the exactly objects and all in next videos, we will come to about more aspects of objects also and very deep inside the class also. But as if now you can see it's a like blueprint, just a prototype where again a class combines the field and methods, member, function, data types and many other heterogeneous data types also into a single unit. Okay, so again if we see, it's a user defined blueprint or prototype, and a class combines the field and method, member, function and other defines action into a single unit. So before starting the difference, what is the difference between structure and class, I would like to take you towards a live example. So here we have both structure and class, you can see. So let's see what and how we define structure and how it is. So here we have defined a structure which is of employee, and you can notice that there is a keyword called struct. So if you want to define a structure, you need to use the keyword struct, nothing but a structure. So here we have a different data types like heterogeneous data types. Integer is there, float is string is there, integer is there. You can add other data types like float and other things. And here one point to be noted is it cannot be having what you call empty constructor, in the sense like the constructor which doesn't have any parameter, it cannot hold it. It can only hold with a parameterized constructor. It must be having a parameter. So what we are doing, we are just initializing our member variables here, and now we have a class program main method. Inside it we have just referenced the structure which is nothing but here, this is our structure employee. So here we have given the C1 and no need to create a reference like C1 is equal to new of employee. Here in structure not required. Directly you can access the access the members, and you can define according to the your values. Whatever values you are having, that you can define into directly taking the reference of their members. So we have defined it here. Now for checking whether it's defined and it can be readable or not. So here we are checking it, and let's see, we will run it. So once we run, see, we have defined Vivek and employee ID and department name R&D. So with the structure and the data types and data values, it is can be accessed in this way directly. So this is a structure. Now if I will show you how class looks, you will say it's like almost same. Few other differences are there that we will see after this one. So again, the data members, integer and string we have defined. You can define class type also, reference type also, many things you can define. You can define properties also, many things you can define here. So you have defined just for a simple program, we have just created a integer and strings. Again here employee class I have created with the several attributes like name, employee ID, salary, department we have defined. Now in the detail what we have done, we just initialize it here in this method only, and you can notice we have not used any constructor here, but by default the framework will create an empty constructor. Here empty constructor is allowed. And we have another program which is we have another class which name is program, same as before what we have done, and main method. And here what you can notice is we have initialize it, means that we have created an instance, okay, new of employee. We have created an instance, but in structure we not have to create an instance, directly we can access. Here we need to define it, and with that we can access the method, and in this method we can pass the value so that it will get initialized like this. So let's run it. For running this one we need to make it as a startup project, and let's see. Here see, with that mechanism also we are able to achieve all this. All the variables are, data members are assigned properly, and it is coming here. So hope you have understand from this is very basic and very small program how to write a class and how to write the structure, and what are the different aspects and how little bit of difference is there and how much it is similar also. So let's see again what is the difference now. As we have seen the structure and class definition, and now you can justify with the given example. So we have noted down in the two columns structure and classes. So let's see what are the differences between structure and class. So structures are the value type and classes are the reference type. Where you have seen, right, we have created a reference and we have followed with that. So the structures are value type in the sense it will get stored into the stack, and classes are the reference type, means it will store into the heap. So in memory cost wise we can conclude here the class is having more costly because it is a reference type and gets stored into heap, and accessing time of structure is faster than class, and in terms of memory it is less costly. Moving again, allocation deallocation is cheaper. Again what we have explained, class is having what you call allocation of the large value type, and struct has a limited feature, class has a limitless features. Yes, if you come out the features, as class supports OOPS concept wisely, structure does not support that much OOPS concept. So it has a limitless features when we are creating a large programs, whenever you want it to be maintained properly, that time you need to use class. But if you are using a smaller things, smaller concept and smaller use, you can use a structure and make your program more efficient in terms of memory. Yes, so structure does not contains parameter less constructor, we have seen just now, or destructor, but it can contain a parameterized constructor. We have seen that. We have seen how the constructor are defined in the structure, and in class we have a constructor and destructor can be parameterized, non-parameterized. So let's see here in this structure we can't be have a parameterless constructor, we must be having a parameterized constructor. Moving again, next, struct can create an instance with or without new keyword. Yes, we have seen, right, C1 we have created employee C1, we did not have created a new keyword, but here we need to create a new keyword to create an instance of a class. And as we already have mentioned, inheritance concept and all are not available with the structure. In class these are there, and protected and unprotected things we have used, right, public, private, protected. So protected we cannot use in structure, and data member cannot be protected in structure, but in class it's like limitless, you can use a protected. So Function member of the structure can't be virtual or abstract, of course, because polymorphism and all it does not support. Whether in class it supports, so you can have it a virtual and abstract. Last but not least, each variable in structure contains its own copy, except in ref and out parameter variable, and any operation on one variable cannot affect another variable. But it's not like same with class. What exactly it is saying that when you are changing some variable, you are changing some value, it does not affect another variable. But in classes, what happens if you have created two instances and both the instances you are referring with the same value? So if you change one instance, it may be possible that the other instance also gets changed. So this is a major value, what do you call it, there's a major difference between structure and class. So I think this is the most of the important difference for the structure and class. So this is, hope you have understood from it. Hope you have understood about the different aspects of a structure and a class. Whatever we have seen in the example and the differences, I think it should be clear now when to use class and when to use structure. So use them wisely, and please write into the comment section if you have any other concern, if you want to know about some other topics, and if you how you like this video, please also mention in that. So for now, happy learning and thanks for watching this video. Thank you very much.